Have you ever felt a creative blockage, and if yes, then how have you dealt with it? Like when I feel that I'm going through a creative blockage, generally it's very depressing for me because I just want to go out and work. I just want to complete my existing works, but it's just and somehow I just can't concentrate. Like I try to work and I am getting involved with my cell phone, watching videos and all that stuff, but it's just that I can't focus. Even I don't get enough ideas to work with, and when I realize that, it's honestly a very depressing part that I deal with. But I think I need to figure it out how to deal with that in a positive way and not getting involved or not getting distracted. In case you don't know what a creative blockage is, my friend, then it is a time period or a time frame in which you can't focus on something in which you are really good at. Like it's your passion, it's your hobby, it's your profession maybe, but you can't just work with it right now just because your mind has gone crazy or whatever. You can't just focus, you're not having enough ideas to work with. That is it. But it doesn't last for more days. For me it lasts for like 1 or 2 days. For some people it might last like few days, few weeks, but for me it doesn't last more than 1 or 2 days. But those 1 or 2 days, it's literally depressing. Anyways, welcome back to the channel, and let's start the day with some fresh coffee. You know what, when I am going through a creative blockage period or something like that where I just can't work, so in that period I generally don't prefer doing something that is a lot strenuous, that takes a lot of time. Instead I do something that is calming, relaxing. Now that might vary from person to person. Like for you it might be watercolor, sketching, digital paint, anything. But for me, I think digital sketching or digital painting is something that really helps me in this kind of period. It helps me to focus, it helps me to just be with myself and work, and it helps me to just eventually get out of that period, and I really find that helpful. Now that might be something else for you. I'm not saying that other stuff like watercolor, sketching, illustration, that might be something for you, but for me it's digital painting always. And so I'm thinking of doing something, and I started to sketch earlier this year or this month, maybe this year, yeah. So I'm gonna be doing that, I'm gonna be finishing that right now, so let's get into that. And right now I'm heading out towards my art class or my art tuition, which is, by the way, a very great idea or a concept if you are having a creative blockage, or if you are going through a period where you can't just focus or work in which you are good at. So if you are actually going out or taking class online or offline about your craft, about your field from someone who is very knowledgeable in your field, then that really helps you to focus and get into your work. and eventually helps you to get out of that period or something like that. And even if you don't have a specified class or tuition for your area of interest, your specialization, your craft, whatever, one thing you can do that works for me, so I guess it works for you as well, is that go out and search on the internet something that suits your interests, your area of specialization. It can be anything. It can be a tutorial, it can be just watching someone doing something that you like. It can be anything. That watching someone do something that you like generates a feeling inside you that, okay, I should go out and work something, I should go out and create something that I really like, that I'm passionate about, and eventually you will find yourself getting out of that situation, that depressive period where you want to work but you can't simply, and that should work. And with that said, I think I should leave right now because I'm getting super late for my tuition, and I'll see you when I'm done with that.
One eternity later.
Okay, so I'm back home, and while I was not at home, a parcel got delivered which was from Philatelic Society of GPO at Calcutta. Now you won't get what that is if you haven't seen this vlog of mine, so I just recommend you go and see that vlog and then come to this segment of this vlog, unless you just don't wanna waste your time. But basically in that video I said that I have a high interest in collecting stamp, coin, first day cover, brochure and all that stuff, and we discovered why do we need to collect stamp, coin, and also I told that I had a account with Philatelic Society of India at GPO, and now if you have an account with them, what happens and what do they do and all that stuff. So for that, please go and check this video. So now let's go and open the parcel and let's see what's inside and what all stuff they have sent, and let's dive in. Okay, it seems that they have sent me everything that they got, but as it says over here, they have sent stuff from July 20 to November 20, and the total amount is rupees 422, and says balance low, please recharge. Like, that is insane. Just that day I recharged around 600 rupees. Anyways, so I think we have got a lot of stuff. Oh, this is huge. Okay, so the first set of stamps that we have got in the list is about 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, and I have kept them with another series of stamps on Mahatma Gandhi that I have received earlier. Next item in the list is a set of stamps about terracotta temples across India. This is something very new to my collection, and honestly it's precious for me. And then we have a set of stamps on UNESCO World Heritage Cultural Sites in India, and after reading its brochure I got to know that a photography contest was conducted on the same theme, and these pictures on the stamp are taken by winners of that competition. And the very last item among stamps is a single stamp on 75 years of the United Nations. And then we have the respective first day covers of these stamps. And then we have something that I don't know what exactly it is, like I don't know its technical name, but it seems like some extra pieces of the stamps that they have sent, and it seems like they are fitted inside a design template of their own. And lastly, we have the brochure of these individual stamps. Now I'm not going to read them all, but if you wish you can just pause the video, take a screenshot and read them. So guys, that was all about this video, that was all about this vlog. So if you have liked something, if you have learned something, then hit that like button and press that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, be happy, be good, and go get creative. Tata, bye bye, sayonara.